Hello, everybody. It's John Ross with the John Ross Show for August 11th, 2025. It's 87 degrees outside right now. I like to report that. And it's good that you're with me here. Look at we're going to look at a few things here. We're going to look at L.A., D.C., and New York and Chicago. What's that? How's that? What's that about, folks? Well, it's about Trump and federalizing. And L.A. was federalized. Uh, I guess it's a little over a month ago, but I found out that the deployment of the National Guard they've been taken down and back to their base with a smaller number, and the Marines have left. There was like I think 4,000 or maybe it was five on the National Guard and 800 Marines, and the Marines are gone. Actually, they're both gone, but the National Guard is ready to go back, I guess. And now we have D.C. I hope you heard it. Well, you heard about that Trump and his administration are going to, let's put it this way, they're going to put in the National Guard and take over the police department, at least for a short term, on the police department thing. So they're going to put the police under their control, and then they're going to deploy the National Guard. Now this is something Trump likes to play around with the military, and he can only deploy on the police taking over. That's because part of this is because it's a federal territory, and he's the ultimate high command there, and he can do that with the police, but he's only limited for a short time because they have home rule there that was given to him in the 70s, and anyway, he's only got a short term on the police thing. But the National Guard he can put out, I don't know the number there, but I think it was several thousand. They was going to put a National Guard out. Now he's making a big deal out about crime statistics. Now, I want to say this. Donald doesn't too good with statistics. If he doesn't agree with them, he fires the person. We saw that with the National Labor, no, is it Labor Statistics people, Bureau of, I forgot what they call it, Bureau of Labor Statistics. Hey, it's Bureau of Labor Statistics. Anyway, he fired that statistician, and then he came out with some heritage numbers. Anyway, nobody buys that. So he's been exaggerating on these numbers about the murders and other violent crime, and it's down. Actually, Trump doesn't want to tell you this, folks, but violent crime is down in the whole country. And I'm not going to say it's Joe Biden or whoever, but it's down. And so, if you want more facts on the AP here, has a story on the facts. So if you just want the facts on that, go to the AP story online, AP facts about Washington crime, and it'll tell you more. And anyway, it's been down. I think it's 25% since 2024. I mean, it's gone down in DC. And sure, it's high, but there's a lot of high crime in the United States, and we can blame some of it on gun violence too. That what are we doing about guns? And what's Trump doing about funding, helping out these cities? I heard he cut some stuff. You can read more on that. There's some cuts that he's made to cities on helps for crime. And He's also warned that he's going to do New York and Chicago. The same idea, bringing in the federal troops. Now, this is where LA plays a role in here. There's a judge going to rule if that was legal to put in the National Guard in Los Angeles, and it's a federal. What's it? What's the name of it? Comitasi Posse or something like that. Well, anyway, that's a law that the federal government can't use military for to enforce laws. It's got to be other ways, not by military use, with the military. So he's thinking about doing that in New York and Chicago, and he's starting a threat out there. This is sort of a threatening mode he's in right now, and he just seems to like to threaten. And I want to put up again that I've read a few times. I'm going to read it again from my friend out of Chicago, Pastor David Swanson. I'm going to read it here. It's a note he had on Facebook about a week ago, a little more. Parents snatched from their children. Neighbors disappeared by masked unidentified agents. Ethnic cleansing funded by our taxes. Food and medical assistance slashed to enrich the grotesquely wealthy. Water and air desecrated to enlarge a corporate's bottom line. And still, we go to church to sing our songs and listen politely to the sermon as though God is not righteous, as though God cannot, as though God can be mocked, as though divine holiness is not an all-consuming fire, as though the preservation and protection of our institutions is the purpose of our faith. Put on sackcloth and lament, you priests. Wail, you ministers of the altar. That's from Joel 1:13. May the Lord awaken his church and rescue us from our self-centered self-preservation. May we know again in fear and trembling before God, who, quote, administers justice for the fatherless and the widow, and loves the stranger, giving him food and clothing, end quote. Deuteronomy 10:18. Anyway, I think what Pastor Swanson said there can be thought about today. Again, we got to see how we can be involved, how the church can be involved in helping our communities and standing up for justice. And we don't want authoritarian rule. We have no king, in my opinion, but Jesus. He's our king. And that's how we do it. Now, that's for me personally. I think it's for others. It could be that way too. But we don't want a divine right of kings here. It's not, or leaders. That's not what we're asking for. And we got to stand up to this injustice that's out there. And there's many things out there that are injustice and hurting those that are weak, and thinking about those who we marginalize sexual crimes and just make a joke about it and make a little thing, oh, where are the Epstein files? Then when you're going to bring them out, they don't want them brought out. Sort of hypocritical. They made a big deal about it, about that was their mission to help out and hurting women and show our country how we should handle sexual abuse and sex trafficking. But when we get down to it, do we really want to hear about it? It might be some people that are involved that maybe we don't want their names out there. There's so much injustice out there, and we got to keep striving to move ahead with the Lord. So move ahead in our lives, each and every one of us for a better country. And we got to stand up at times too here. This is a different time. So we'll see you then, Lord willing, on Wednesday. It's coming around the corner here again. We'll see you then on Wednesday. I gotta get on my workhorse here and start to bring in some people that I thought I was going to bring in, but I haven't got around to it. And some ways I get distracted with some things I got to do in my apartment and other things with my church, and so I got to get off that because we want to have an informed conversation. So that's what we're going to be doing. So anyway, so we'll see you then on Wednesday, Lord willing. And for right now, I'm just going to say for today, we'll see you soon again. And Lord willing, we'll see you then on Wednesday. So bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.